Some say, I remember, make of it what you will. Some say transparency means showing everything, every record, every conversation, every mistake laid bare. Others say secrecy is the only way to protect fragile work from misunderstanding and misuse. I've watched both extremes do damage. Transparency without care becomes spectacle. Secrecy without ethics becomes rot. The work we're describing requires something harder: discernment. The difference between openness and exposure: openness shares process. Exposure shares people. That difference matters. A system can be transparent about its principles, its safeguards, its decision-making pathways without turning human beings into evidence. If transparency requires someone to relive their pain publicly to prove legitimacy, it is already unethical. Why people are not data in high-risk domains: healing, consciousness research, contact studies. Stories are often the most compelling material. They are also the most dangerous. When personal experience becomes currency, people are incentivized to perform trauma or exaggerate meaning. A humane system protects stories by refusing to monetize them. Stories are archived carefully, shared selectively, and never used to validate authority. Process over outcome. Transparency works best when it focuses on how decisions are made, not just what was discovered. Who reviewed this? What safeguards were in place? What stopped the work, and why? These questions build trust without demanding personal disclosure. A civilization matures when it learns to trust process more than spectacle. The myth of total disclosure. Total disclosure sounds virtuous. It rarely is. Context matters. Timing matters. Audience matters. Information released without cultural readiness does not enlighten, it destabilizes. That destabilization harms the most vulnerable first. A humane approach releases truth at the speed integration can handle. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy protects dignity. Secrecy protects power. Confusing the two is one of the most common and costly errors in governance. A healing system guards privacy fiercely while exposing decision pathways openly. No hidden authorities. No anonymous power. But also, no forced visibility. Redaction as care. Sometimes the most ethical transparency includes what is not shown. Names removed. Details softened. Locations obscured. Not to deceive but to prevent harm. Redaction is not cowardice. It is care applied to information. Public accountability without public shaming. Accountability does not require humiliation. Mistakes are acknowledged. Processes are corrected. Lessons are shared. No one is sacrificed to preserve the image of progress. Shame creates silence. Silence creates repetition. A humane system corrects without destroying. The wizard's boundary. If I guard anything closely, it is the line where curiosity turns into voyeurism. If an audience demands proof at the cost of someone's peace, the answer is no. Truth does not require witnesses to suffering. Trust is built in absence to. Here is a quiet truth few institutions accept. Trust is built not only by what you reveal, but by what you refuse to reveal. When people know their vulnerability will not be traded for legitimacy, they relax. And relaxed systems tell the truth more reliably than coerced ones ever could. Transparency as a living practice. Transparency is not a document. It is a discipline. It asks, repeatedly, who does this serve? Who might this harm? Is this necessary now? The answers change over time. That flexibility is not weakness. It is maturity. What we preserve by protecting people. Some say secrecy hides corruption. I remember when exposure created it. When truth is shared with patience, with proportion, with regard for human cost, it strengthens civilization. When truth is weaponized, it fractures it. Transparency without exposure is how we tell the truth and still keep our humanity intact. Chapter 22 complete. Global Robotics Corporation.